Hi guys. So today I want to talk to you all about how your emotions can affect your body physically. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I think in our society we talk about your physical body and like the health of your emotions in two very separate senses. There's recovery work for your body and there's self-care for your emotions. And I think we've created this dichotomy of how to look at yourself. You look at yourself as a physical being and you look at yourself as an emotional creature. And I actually don't think that dichotomy is very helpful or very healthy for that matter, because you can't separate your body from your emotions. They come as a package deal. And so the reason I want to talk about this is because recently I have had a lot of encounters with clients who've been coming in to see me who are dealing with work stress, who are dealing with death in the family, who are just dealing with heavy life events going on around them. And it's been really interesting to see how that physical tension, stress, sadness will actually inhabit their body in a very physical sense. I'm trying really hard not to use the word manifestation because that's such a hot word, but for lack of better terms, it's been very interesting to see how that emotional tension is manifesting in their body physically. So for example, I have clients who come in and they carry all of their tension in their shoulders. And so what that actually means is that when they are feeling emotionally stressed, when they are feeling emotionally unhappy, they carry that weight, that emotion in their shoulders, and they start to do the whole rolling forward thing. For me personally, when I am stressed or sad or unhappy, I know that I carry tension in my pelvis and in my hips. And for me, I understand that that's because that's where I've had the most injury in the past. That's where I've been affected the most, and it's caused me anxiety previously. It's caused me sadness. It's caused me pain. I say that so lightly, but that just kind of has been what it was. And so now when I am stressed out about something that has nothing to do with my hip or, my back, it still manifests in my hip. And this is where I get my muscular tension. And this is where I get any sort of pain symptoms that pop up. And so knowing that, having that kind of awareness about how your emotions can actually very physically impact your body is a huge sense of power right then and there, because you can kind of start to pinpoint, all right, like this is where I'm having a reaction, like let's look into myself a little bit, like why am I having this reaction? What is stressing me out or making me unhappy in my life that this tension is starting to manifest in my body? And it's very interesting because it happens on, like I said, a very physical level. When that tension, when that anxiety builds, you actually develop little physical muscular trigger points. And for, a simple explanation, these trigger points are basically just little balls of muscle that will appear. They can appear anywhere in the body. They can appear on any muscle. A lot of people have trigger points in their traps, in their upper back, from holding back and shoulder tension. A lot of people get them in their lower and mid back, and that's lower back pain. I have like a gajillion trigger points in my calves. Don't ask me why, but that is just where my tension builds a lot of the time. So I'll spend a lot of time doing recovery work on my calves. But anywho, basically, in essence, I'm just trying to say that your emotions do very much physically impact your body, and so you can't treat the two like two separate entities. And now I want to talk a little bit about the things that you can do in order to simultaneously alleviate that bodily tension that comes from the emotions. And these things are awesomely basic. There's no big trick, but this is kind of where my whole philosophy of using movement as a tool for aligning your body, for creating physical alignment, and then using that realignment as a tool to help realign your life. So the first thing is spending some time doing light movement. A lot of people kind of have this idea in their head that in order to alleviate emotional tension and stress relief, they need to be going super hard in the gym. Not necessarily the case, actually. Focusing some time on doing more things like mobility work, light Pilates, stretching, core work will actually go a much longer way, because not only are you spending the time to kind of unwind your body physically, that'll translate into the actual unwinding of emotions. You're still going to get that same endorphin release that you would get from a really hardcore workout, but let's be honest, 90% of people aren't taking the time to unwind their body after doing one of those hardcore workouts. So you would actually receive longer term benefits from spending a little bit more time just doing some physical, like light recovery, movement, that type of stuff to unwind that physical tension before you decide to like go hard in the gym or do whatever it is you're gonna do. So that's one really good one. In addition to doing light movement, breath work. Oh my God, breath work will go such a long way. And I don't just mean like, I mean like really taking 5-10 minutes. It's probably gonna be the most boring 5 to 10 minutes of your life, and that's okay. Taking 5 to 10 minutes to just lay on the floor and breathe into your abdomen. That is a powerful, very simple method that everybody can do. In fact, we all do it because we all have to breathe to live. So spend 5 minutes of your day in the morning, in the evening, whenever, when you're driving to work, and just really focus on deep abdominal breath. And if you find that you can't breathe into your abdomen, you can only breathe into your chest, shoot me a DM, because I will teach you how to do it. It's extremely important. You need to know how to do it for life. Beyond that, so we've got movement, we've got breath, foam rolling. Foam rolling and doing some muscular release, myofascial release. If you've got a foam roller in your house, that's awesome. I'm a big proponent of actually using smaller objects, tennis balls, spherical things, so you can get a little bit more concentrated into the spaces where you feel your tension manifesting. I have taken a tennis ball to my hips hundreds of times at this point, and it goes a much longer way for me because I can get into the deeper, smaller muscles rather than just using like a big cylinder or foam roller and going a little bit more superficially. Not to say that you shouldn't foam roll, but in this instance, getting a little bit more concentrated and getting into specific trigger points that you might be dealing with will go a lot longer way. Epsom salt baths. Super simple one, but in fact, if you have some essential oils and some Epsom salt, throw it into your tub. The way that the salt interacts with your body, and there's like a whole bunch of chemistry and physiology behind it, but basically it helps with muscle tension. The warmth of the water gives you that kind of comfort that you need. I mean, nowadays people are buying weighted blankets, which by all means buy your weighted blanket, but an Epsom salt bath will really go a long way to help relieve that muscular tension. If you have the means to do so, massage. But that trigger point and foam rolling work that I was mentioning earlier goes just as long a way. But you know, it's always nice to have someone else work on you rather than have to work on yourself. And it just makes you have to deal with a little bit less. So those are some really good options. We've got movement, we've got breath, we've got foam rolling or trigger point work, we've got massage or Epsom salt baths. So there are a lot of different things you can do to not only alleviate the physical tension in your body, but you, like I said, you still get that same kind of hormonal release, that tension that lifts off of your body. I keep going to my shoulders, but really from anywhere will in turn translate into emotional alleviation, because when you can move your body more freely, you can let go of a lot of tension that was physically sitting in you. So that is my spiel for the morning. Perfect, just under 10 minutes, exactly what I was going for, and I don't think I used the word manifestation more than like 10 times. So I hope you found this at least a little bit helpful. Seriously, if you have any questions, hit me up with them. I'm gonna try and do these videos with a little bit of educational material a little more frequently. If you need to learn to breathe, DM me, because I got you. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great Friday, and I'll see you soon.